What is up, my friends? Welcome back to another video. Welcome to my first GoPro HD video, my first one-wheel run with a selfie stick, recording my trip. Now this is something I want to incorporate on the channel, and if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button if you like this type of content. I'm going to be exploring my neighborhood on a whole different way that I got this board. And last night I put up my first 100 miles on the board, and boy, am I having so much fun. I'm exploring like my neighborhood like I've never explored before. It's like the sidewalk is like my playground. The bumps, the cracks, the crevices, the little ramps, you know. Oh boy, it's so much fun. And as I am working on my, the more I ride, I feel like the more my core muscles and my balance is strengthening. And those of you that don't know, I'm 44 years old, and I just got this board a couple of weeks ago, and I'm really having a good time. It's getting me outside, and it's getting me out of the house a lot more. It's therapeutic for me to get out, get on this board, and have a good time. And ever since I saw this board, I saw this one wheel commercial. I don't know how they got to me, but it was an impulse buy for me. I knew this is like something I wanted my whole life. As a kid, I was a big time skateboarder, and then by the mid '90s, the whole snowboarding craze started, and I was one of the pioneers. Some of my friends in the early '90s, man, we were spending $1,000 on snowboarding equipment. Back in the early '90s, I was a fortune. I was spending. I wasn't rich. I was working, obviously. 19 years old, I was always working. In my mid-teens, I just liked, to have money. And there was some things that my mother didn't want to get me. I was like, fuck that, I'm going to get a job, So, yeah. I invest all that money in snowboarding equipment. So this board, man, really, it infuses like that feel of a skateboard, and the freedom and the slickness of a snowboard. It's incredible. And here we are. We're coming up on TangleWood Preserve. Now this is a little state park that I enjoy. It's close to my house, as you can tell. I still often ride my bike here, but my wife doesn't like to push the stroller and take the kids here because she hates crossing Ocean Avenue, which was like that big main avenue that I crossed to get here. But it's a nice little look, paved brick little trail, little walking trail. You can take your bike or skateboard, whatever you want to do, and no dogs allowed in this park, so I like, you're not going to come across, dog poop. Yeah, I love this place. Very serene. It's beautiful, and it's quiet, for being like right off a main avenue and off Peninsula Boulevard, not far that away, on this little, few acres of tranquil pond and wilderness. Greatly appreciated in my neighborhood. A lot of people you'll see, walk through here, sit down, throw a blanket in the grass, cheap date, bring them here for a little picnic outside. I mean, the weather is beautiful here in New York, especially in September. The humidity starts to dry out as you get to mid to late September. October, November, those are my favorite months of living in New York. Here's this little pond. You got some big wild goldfish, wild carp, that's what they are. Pet goldfish that were probably thrown in here years ago. You got some big fish in here. I'm talking huge, 5 to 10 pounders easily. But they're not meat eaters. They just like water cows. They just eat all the vegetation in there. Yeah, it's cool to see them, coming up for water. I have some footage, but not with this run. Seeing them surface to the water. Maybe I'll show that one day. Here's a cool little deck area that gives you a nice little overview of the pond. I love those weeping willows. Two of my favorite types of trees. It's so beautiful. But yeah, it's a beautiful day here. This was shot Saturday, September 11th. I got out early Saturday morning. My kids were at my mother-in-law's, so I kind of had a free morning, you know. My wife was still sleeping. I got up early, go for a run. I wanted to test out this GoPro. You know, I haven't really been talking about this run. It was taking me a little, you know, a little while at the beginning to get used to that little wand there. But I think towards the end of the run, I was getting more comfortable holding it. You know, it's a 4-foot rod, aluminum rod, with the GoPro at the end. Oh yeah. So here's this little grassy part of the trail where I always get caught up here. I trip up on the roots. You can see like the raised stumps, and you know that multiplied with holding the selfie stick. I decided this time to walk it out and not get mud all over the board. One day I want to master that little stretch there. It's a little tricky, but yeah, it's a beautiful morning. When I've been riding. I've had the board for what, I think a little over 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks now. I haven't missed a single day aside from like when it rains. I've been taking it to work and going riding on my lunch break. I'm just trying to get as much practice as I can, and I just love to take it around town. I've been using it to, instead of hopping in my Jeep to go do local errands, hopping on the board, got the backpack, and I'm gonna start doing this a lot more. I've lost 15 pounds. I've been telling my friends I've lost 15 pounds in the last 2 weeks, and I haven't really dieted, man. It's just getting out there and expending the energy. I've been eating the same. I've been watching, you know, what I eat, not to overeat, and since I've been losing weight, I'm like on a roll now. I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna eat garbage. So, yeah, man, I just want to, like, if I can shed another 10 pounds and just get a little more tone. So I have problems with running, with cardio. I can't play sports anymore. I have torn cartilage in both of my knees. I have torn bicep tendons in both arms. And I have elbow, a tennis elbow in my right and left arms from playing years of handball in Coney Island, man. So I've had a vigorous, you know, I played football, wide receiver, basketball, street ball my whole life. Marine Corps at 44 years old, my body is shot. So it's hard to find cardio that doesn't cause inflammation for my knees. And I'm finding this one-wheel board to be therapeutic mentally and physically. It's really helped me out. Boy, I can't say enough great things about the one wheel. And I think I'm going to wind up doing a review just for my subscribers. I know this board has been out for a few years now, 3 or 4 years, this model, the Onewheel+XR. And I'm probably just going to do a review, my take, because I like to review products from the channel, right? That's what I do. And so yeah, I've put 100 miles on the board. I'm going to probably incorporate a review in the next month or so. I'm so backlogged on my videos that I want to make, but I feel like as long as I can get out one video a week, I'll be able to tread the water until I have more time. I'm just, you know, I want to enjoy the outdoors the next 3-4 months before it starts getting too cold. And then once it gets icy and shit, then I might not be able to ride my one wheel that much in the cold. I don't know how it's going to be with, you know, 35-degree wind hit me in the face. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So I want to get as much riding in as I can before, you know, we got to hibernate, you know, for the winter. But I'm making my way out of TangleWood Preserve, and I'm heading towards Dunkin Doughnuts for some morning iced coffee. I think I'm going to go with, well, I think this is in the past. I'm doing the commentary as I'm watching this video with you guys. I go for the mocha iced latte, and I've never had a flavored iced latte before from Dunkin. I usually just get an iced latte plain with like a packet of Equal, but my doctor said I can incorporate just a little sugar in my diet. I'm like a pre-diabetic, so I gotta watch my sugar. You know, I gotta be careful. But since I've been doing so well, the doctor said you can incorporate a little bit of sugar, just don't go over like 60 grams a day. So respectfully, I don't like, I've been away from sugar for a couple of years now, and now a little bit of sugar is like super sweet to me. Like if I can't even drink like a can of soda. Like my favorite, I used to love soda, man. That's probably why I became like a pre-diabetic, with all that soda pounding. Now, like a shot of soda would be all I would need. Like a 4-ounce little iced glass of soda, of Coke would be what I would, go for. I can never drink like a 20 ounce of soda. Put me in, it's like crack or something. I don't know. But anyway, making my way towards 7-Eleven and not 7-Eleven, Dunkin Donuts, and I come across this little park here that I've never seen before. Well, I never had a reason to go down this block, like I'm saying, in the beginning of the video, exploring my neighborhood, in a new way. I haven't really been on a graveled gravel little trail before, so I tested out. That's the thing with the one wheel. The different textures of the ground, it feels different, it handles different with the one wheel. Like the grass kind of feels like snow, especially low-cut grass. It's nice and slick, it's really cool. And the gravel kind of feels really loose as well. And like the sidewalk and the pavement, especially like a really nice paved road is like super grippy. But my favorite terrain, I have to admit, is the sidewalk. I just see this little bump right here. I got like a 2-3 inch bump right there. A couple of weeks ago, that would have ejected me from my board, man. I'm getting a little better here with my balance, and I feel like my foot muscles. I'm no longer getting that pain and cramps in my calves and my muscles anymore. And 100 miles in, I think my body's adapting to it. The first few days, I was sore, man, especially my feet, my calves. Here we go, getting up. Slow service at Dunkin Donuts, but whatever, it is what it is. Saturday morning, very popular in my area. You have the Malvern School over here, so you get a lot of traffic for the weekends from the sporting events by the school. Sometimes you can hear the marching band sounding off, and that's like a half a mile from my house. You can hear them. Pretty cool. This guy stops to talk to me about the one wheel. That's one thing about the one wheel, people will flag you down and they want to talk to you about the thing. It's pretty cool, high tech stuff, man. So I decided to take the long way back home. I could get back home in a minute from Dunkin Donuts if I wanted to, but I take the longer way. It's just a beautiful morning and I'm not ready to end this GoPro run. I was feeling it. So yeah, I usually steer clear of all pedestrians and biker traffic. I just give everybody the right of way, right? Everybody. And I gotta watch out for the drivers, man. Last week, not to be stereotypical, but an Asian guy almost hit me, man. I had the right of way. I was crossing the street, and he was making a left turn. If I didn't stop short and like Marty McFly hit the brakes, he would have hit me. I was like, and I cursed him out, and the guy just shrugs his shoulders like, oh, and just drives away like, oh, sorry, I almost killed you. No biggie. Drives away. That's New York for you. But I should have known better. From now on, I just watch everybody's eyes, the driver's eyes, to make sure they see me before I cross any streets, because I can just zip in and out of here. As I'm getting more, crafty with the board, I'm just noticing just to ride defensively and aggressively, just to get out of people's way quickly, efficiently, and passing the left, But I'm taking a long way back. I live in the village of Limbrook in Long Island, New York. It's a nice little village. I've been here since I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007. I bought my home February of 2007. So this February will be 14 years of living in my little house on the island. And I love my neighborhood. I love my the older New York neighborhoods. But if you go out to Suffolk, there's newer neighborhoods. When I say newer neighborhoods for New York, I mean newer, like 50 to 60, 70-year-old neighborhoods. Those are newer neighborhoods, I like the more established neighborhoods. You have these big, beautiful trees. And actually, my neighborhood got hit really bad in Sandy. We lost a lot of these old, beautiful trees falling on houses. I had 4 huge trees, man, in front of my house. and luckily they didn't fall on my house. It was crazy. They fell, you know. But, you know, we're planting new stuff around the area. I want to plant some new trees as well on my sidewalk. Everybody else is doing it. I love it. I love trees, man. And yeah, I hear you see me practicing the driveways. Yeah. So anyway, gentlemen, if you've made it this far in my run, I appreciate you hanging out with me in this little riding with me in this on my one wheel. As you can see, I'm still new to it. You know, the more experienced riders, if they click on this video, I'm still kind of new to riding it. My first 100 miles last night, like I was saying. Yeah, I want to explore more of New York. I want to hit up everywhere on the island. There's so many parks and trails, and the 5 boroughs and Queens and Brooklyn. There's some great spots, even in Manhattan. One day I'd love to see Central Park. I still have never been to Central Park. I'm 44 years old. Grew up in New York my whole life. I haven't been in Central Park. Anyway, hope you enjoyed my run. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon on the next one.